So, we've been exiled from Orzammar. Well, we have the sword is quite good, and we have a dagger too. Tattered prison clothes, yeah. So we need to kill something fast to get some kind of an armor going. Yeah, we're definitely now heavily on the plot railroad. No side passages. It's going to go on for some time. Probably a few hours at least. Quite a few hours in fact. Then it opens up with do you have a selection of where you want to branch out. Spider!
I'm sorry. Am I too quick for you?
Studded leather armor. Excellent. No shoes! That sucks. That must sucks. Jesus Christ, look at those legs. No chicken legs for us. I'll see if they come to us.
Let's see what you're made of!
I like the dual weapon sweep quite a lot. It has a chance to do a decent amount of damage and it's very fast recharge. Okay. Ah, come on. Yeah, it's enough power to quickly kill a single opponent at this level. That is nice.
Got it.
Ah, these aren't just for show. How the bows? I don't mind that. Bows in general are more valuable than blades or armor pieces. At least at this level.
This'll be fun! It's a good day to die!
Oh, that was beautiful.
Sounds better than later. How about you? You're in a little over your head!
Superior Dwarven Guard Armor. I don't think we have the strength to fit something like that. Strength 20. It's a good armor. So the next level up, I'll raise strength to 20. That means putting everything to strength though. It's a good armor, at least at this stage. So what direction should I go? What's that? The Grey Warden, so not there. It wasn't much of a... I was expecting it to be a bit longer journey. Wouldn't mind finding some shoes.
Oh, this is a nasty one.
Excellent. This is looking very nice. I think the dual weapon sweep has a area effect, so what we want to do is target that, do the dual weapon sweep, and
It's a massacre, and no one's getting out. Now it's better than later. Watch in horror as I rip you! Let's see what you're made of! Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I don't think I need a ladder to get up your back. Boots! Ah, boots. Can't use heavy boots. At least that's something. Woven armor. Medium armor. It's a bit better. It's our alternative weapon system. I guess at this point we could just put a bow there. A darkspawn longbow. I think we're ready to go. Quite easy.
By the Maker, it's a dwarf.
Lord Idukan, what are you doing here alone? Where are your troops?
I'm Lord Idukan no longer.
Ah, you have been made to walk the deep roads, then.
You mean you were exiled? What happened?
I do not think matters of dwarven honor are any business of ours. You need not answer, friend.
I was betrayed by my brother.
Lord Trian?
No, Balin. Trian is dead.
I see. The brutal intrigue of the dwarven court continues, then. Your father intimated as much. There is no reason for you to walk these deep roads and die for something you did not do. You've already proven yourself both resourceful and skilled, and I would expect nothing less from an Idukan. When last we spoke, you told me you wished to join our order. I imagine this isn't quite what you meant, but you may still find great honor here. As leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, I would like to formally invite you to join our order.
I accept.
Then welcome. We leave immediately for Ostagar to join with the human forces facing the Darkspawn hordes led by King Kaelan. Stay close. There are still Darkspawn around every corner.
But we're not gonna play any of that. Quick travel.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
Yeah, your mother was a hoe. I'm Durin, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar.
How much do you know about the dwarves, Your Majesty?
I've always wanted to learn more. Perhaps you could enlighten me sometime.
Don't you have a battle to fight first?
I meant after we defeat the Blight, of course. I doubt Loghain will give me a moment's rest until then. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
I'm his son, and he was fine when I saw him last.
Well, it seems your story may be even more interesting than I suspected. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
You're too kind, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
I didn't realize things were going so well.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god? But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
He didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
What would you have him do?
Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Yeah, level up. And strength 20. Now we can at least wear some kind of decent armor. Ooh, and we'll take expert combat training. Character has seen more battles than even a seasoned soldier and gains a small bonus to attack. Warriors and rogues gain access to 3rd tier weapon talents. Mages can take more damage from an attack before it interrupts their spellcasting. Now, ooh, yeah, we would need 22 dexterity for a cripple. Larry lashes out with a flurry of 3 blows, dealing normal combat damage with each hit. Cripple would be very strong. Because of the penalties to movement speed, attack, and defense. It's a long cooldown, but we could start with that against every kind of a tougher enemy to increase our survivability. That means we'll have to use weaker armor for now. Okay, I think that might be more valuable. So dexterity 22. Cripple. We're going to have to start developing the dual weapon tree too. We are very weak at the moment, but I'd like to get some kind of a decent set of abilities we can rely on while we develop the skills better at using 2 weapons at the same time. A lot of journal entries. Okay. Enemy rank. Critter, normal, elite, boss. Elite boss. Okay, if the rank is elite or higher, use ability cripple. And that's the first thing you do. Enemy. Let's say this is for the automatic use of these abilities, so you don't have to put here try to get here every condition that you might want to use an ability on. Let's say enemy is clustered with at least 2 allies. My allies. Okay. I'm assuming this means what does it mean? No. Hmm. So the enemy is using attack type melee. Attacking main character. Yes, screw it. We'll quickly check through this area and then go to the other side. Shouldn't be all that much we can do here. Few items here and there. We have quite a lot of free space though, so even if we pick stuff just for sale, we'll do that. We do want to generate money. Money, 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 money. It's always valuable. Mushrooms.
Now's better than later.
Lankabellum beef bone. Beef bone apparently is a gift. It's an item you can use to increase how favorably someone views you. Not too big of a deal. But you do want to use them. If it's a particularly good gift, I mean very important to the character you give, you will get a lot of extra approval. There's no one is telling you what's the perfect gift for someone, what's not. So you'll just have to get to know them and figure it out on your own. Some of them are quite easy to get, some of them not. If you give someone the wrong gift, you'll still get approval, but a lot less what you would have gotten if you would have gotten it right. So, large fortress guarding a pass. Very crappy defenses here though, absolutely pathetic. no proper wall at all, not even a defensive palisade. I guess it's better than nothing because you can force the enemy into a pass, so you can fight them with a much smaller force, but it's not like they haven't put any real effort into fortifying this position. That's surprising to me. In general, the fights and battles and strategies in this game seems like they're written by a person who doesn't actually have any understanding of them.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
There's no unit formation, for example, in this game. There is just a gigantic melee that the people are fighting in. It's sort of odd to me because that would be the first major advantage of very organized and sensible army to have against a group of wild monsters. So I'm surprised that the game doesn't utilize that more. Well, it does have flanking, but that's like, it has to be a brain dead retard to not realize something like that. It's not a big deal, just something that pops into mind.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
It's what they show serves the story well enough. It's just the actual fights between the armies are not the focus of the story in any sense. So there's not a lot of focus on the fighting. It's just shown on the cutscenes, and there's no kind of organizational or proper disciplined armies shown there on either side. Just two huge groups of people clashing into each other. That's it. What the hell was I supposed to do here? Find the Grey Warden Ellison. There were other Grey Wardens here too.
Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now?
Tell me about the king. You must see him a lot.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll see in the coming battle.
That's how the Teyrn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen?
She's the Teyrn's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Yeah, probably you shouldn't.
As you wish.
So, what are more arguing besides the actual fight going on?
You approach the tent of Teyrn Loghain. State your business.
Tell me about Teyrn Loghain.
How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Teyrn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Is the Teyrn inside? What is he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Surely you can tell me a little about him.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tern's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tern speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tern Logain tells him. Without the Tern, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
I don't really care for an audience with the turn. Yep, I should go.
Very well.
More about taking a look around.
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You
Why
get
do the
tainted with
Darkspawn
that
not
blood,
parley with the
and
king?
you may as well
They
slit
just
your
mindlessly
throat.
throw themselves
We've
to their
lost many
deaths
dogs
upon our
already.
blades.
Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die. Well, don't touch the carcass. We'll be burning it so it doesn't infect anything.
A chance. Soldier, soldier.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these Darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to let you run.
Some sack of crap. Ooh, priest.
Blessed are they, though all before me is darkness, yet shall the Maker's light be my guide.
Pretty much worthless. A
Blessed
few
are they who
coins.
stand before the corrupt man.
There is a real problem with the inventory space. This is just with one guy, and we haven't really done any exploration or questing, so the number of items being stored will grow up quite a lot, which means we'll constantly have to sell everything that we're not using or deem to be not really worth using. Immediately just sell it at the first opportunity. Once you can get maybe more than 100 items, you bought extra backpacks to get that much inventory space, then things might be different, but for now, those empty 50 inventory space will fill up very, very quickly. Everything takes
There are
inventory
lots of
space,
darkspawn, different kinds.
and just an individual weapon can take a single slot,
Something called a genlock.
or a piece of armor. They do stack in the inventory, but they still take up space.
We stand here in this hour, good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have
Aren't we
failed your
receiving a large
king.
number of
You will have
reinforcements from the
served
Grey
your
Wardens in
Maker.
Orlais soon?
Die in this battle, and when you stand before the Maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the Maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, let us bow our heads and remember those who have fallen and those who have yet
Here.
to fall.
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
I'm Durin.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
It's not luck, but skill that will save us.
And I'm sure you have plenty of that to offer. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You've faced Darkspawn before.
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
Does the Fade have to do with anything?
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What is the Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
You're humans and you're chantry.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
I'll just kill every Darkspawn I see.
A wise attitude. It's worked well for me in the past. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Hail to you.
Yeah, the Fade. What is the Fade? The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a frozen dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. When the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. So it's sort of a world of spirits that you enter when you dream, except through you enter some other means you might be able to have some kind of control what happens there. Duncan. Yeah, that.
Welcome, young man.
Who are you?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
You speak very strangely. Why is that?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Not entirely, no.
Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
Sounds like a horrid practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role.
That's not the point. point is not whether you feel horror or not, it's the point how the person you were before your personality was doomed to death, how he felt. Because that's what it is. It's a death of personality. It's a kind of a death sentence. Surely your body lives on, but the person you were, that's dead. It's someone else living in your body. The fact that it doesn't hate his existence doesn't change the fact that you're basically the person he was is dead. It's gone. Let's talk about something else.
Of course. What may I assist you with?
What is enchantment exactly?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
What sort of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well. Goodbye.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
That was terrible.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, me and Sir Knight were just betting on what the third recruit would be. Not a dwarf, yet here you are. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about this ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The wilds. What are the wilds?
We're right on the northern edge of the Kokari Wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why are the wilds so frightening?
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'm looking forward to it.
You sound just like the bloody knight. Well, more power to you. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Hey, where's the knight then?
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
Young woman, red hair. Can't say I have, no.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
Just let me see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
few recipes. Lesser injury kit. Poultice. We probably should buy the lesser injury kit. They're not too expensive. It's when you die, you have a in battle. You don't die unless your party gets wiped out. You have a permanent injury that doesn't heal unless you use an injury kit. So if you die multiple times, you get stacked negatives to your attributes at the minimum. I don't see anything particularly interesting. Backpack. Yeah, 57 silver only. That's 10 extra slots of inventory capacity. So yes, please. Do we want to sell the bows? I don't want to sell stuff yet. I'll sell the tattered prison clothes because there are multiple companions we probably have to be with soon, so we'll see what equipment they have, then we can use this to bolster their equipment and then sell off the rest. I still want to meet where the knight is. What the hell is this kennel?
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
I don't know anything about dogs.
It's not what you know so much as what you are, really. This is a Mabari, smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
Why do you think I could muzzle him?
You're a Grey Warden, or soon will be. All wardens are immune to the darkspawn taint. The most you have to worry about is some tooth marks.
Okay, just how smart is this dog?
Centuries ago, a mage bred them to be smart and understand what they're told. They can remember and carry out complex orders. Most valuable dogs in the world. Trouble is, they generally imprint to one master. Re-imprinting them is very difficult. But without the medicine, re-imprinting won't be an issue. Will you help?
I'll give it a shot.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
The dog looks up at you respectfully, backing down from his aggressive stance. You can see intelligence in his eyes, as well as a great deal of pain. This animal is very ill. Put the muzzle. Mabari growls weakly, but does not challenge you. After you're done, he whimpers.
Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm... okay. Are you heading in the wilds? I don't know. Why?
There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white with a blood-red centre.
Where in the wilds would I find this flower?
It usually grows in dead wood that collects at the edge of ground pools. Should be plenty this time of year.
I'll see what I can do, but no promises.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
So, quests, quests, quests.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tern Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
You're the dwarf who walks with the Grey Wardens. A respectable decision.
You know much about us dwarves.
Some, like all Ash warriors. Our training originates from the dwarves. Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter.
You don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash warriors, as you should well know.
You trained with the dwarven berserker warriors.
Our discipline was passed down to us from the time of Luthias the dwarf son. He trained with the berserkers of your kind, long ago.
So you're the same as berserkers in Orzammar.
Perhaps. I've never been, so I cannot say for certain, but I'm told our traditions are the same. We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
So what's your plan if the enemy paints themselves caddis?
Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
I hope you're joking.
If you tried, we would kill you. And that is no joke.
So what are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The Wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
I'll be good now.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Where the hell is the knight? Are you the knight we're looking for? I don't think so. It probably would be a named character.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
Huh.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yes, I'm Durin.
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I wasn't aware dwarves could be Grey Wardens. I've only seen a few of your folk in the castle dealing with the smithy.
Not all dwarves are smiths, you know.
Of course, my father was the castle smith, so I encountered dwarves through him. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I'm curious about the joining ritual.
As am I. Has anyone told you about it?
David said we might be going into the wilds.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
No, no, this isn't exactly why we're here. We still need to find Alistair.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me?
No, I haven't.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Why would I want to help you?
Because you might want something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key. That's why I'm here. I got one of them drunk, took his key and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
See what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
Okay. I had a chat with the prisoner.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some wood and water. Food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you missed one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
Fine.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Yep. Here's the food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Key to Mage's chest. An ornate key in questionable condition. Oddly enough, it's a little warm. You acquired a key from the prisoner, presumably for one of the chests in the Circle of Magi part of the king's camp. The chest will very likely only be reachable when the Tranquil are not present, such as when they're gone for the evening. So, not now. And there's the chest. Alistair, Alistair, Alistair. Not sure what the plan is, but I'm ready to get going.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You're a very strange human.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
How can a dwarf be a mage?
You never know, these mages sneak up on you. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit, from Orzammar. I should have recognized you right away, I apologize.
How could you recognize me?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
What can you tell me about this joining?
Honestly, nothing. Try not to worry about it. It will just distract you. There haven't been any Dwarven Grey Wardens in some time. You must know a lot about Darkspawn.
We've been fighting them for centuries.
Hard to believe, most folks here think the Darkspawn disappeared after the last Blight, when your people still suffer every day. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was it all about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are. Which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
You were a mage hunter.
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes. The Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yeah, both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
Okay, let's go.
If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Wait, yeah. Joining the Grey Wardens, so just go meet Duncan and then hear more what we need to do.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
And second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
So what are we gonna do if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Okay, find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
So let's take a quick look at our party. Warrior, 3rd level warrior. 4th level warrior, Templar. 3rd level rogue and 3rd level warrior. So not too bad. Secondary weapons. Secondary weapons. You need a bow. Okay. So we can sell all this crap. What about the armor situation? Yeah, we could get a heavier boot. Now they have better equipment than what we can provide. Iron balanced greatsword. We could give him our superior dwarven guard armor, but we're not gonna do that. No, 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 no. Yep. They have equal or better equipment than what we can provide, so we are ready to go. We'll quickly visit the quartermaster and then set up.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
What kind of supplies?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course, to keep morale up, you understand.
Yeah, let me see your other goods.
So long as you keep it quiet.
Looks like poisons, potions, battle axe, 200 weapons. We're gonna pass those. Decent armor, but again, this is probably for the most part just wasting your money. Nothing amazing there. The Enchanter's Pudding would be +6 to defense. We don't even have a mage. Sell, 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 sell. Yeah, that's good enough. We have 70 item slots free, so that's going to have to do. We might want to talk to some of our companions, but I think for the moment I head to the Corsari Wilds. We can chat up with them once we're in there doing things.
Hail! I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Korkari Wilds. This is the nature of the game. There is exploration, combat, and things like that, but there's also from time to time there are these areas where There's really nothing going on. There's just a lot of talking to people. But again, I'm back in the wilds. It's a fairly large map. Yeah. So, Korkari Wilds.